Hello there, world of tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Drudels Blitz, and I've been playing a crap ton of battles in Uprising this past week on my free-to-play account, for a couple reasons. First of all, I don't have access to my main account. Second of all, I should be grinding my free-to-play account a lot due to the Expo event going on currently. This event is amazing for two reasons. First of all, you get a bunch of boosters, like 10 times 5 boosters, you get gold boosters, all those fantastic things, but the major reason is because of the Expo container. I need 184 more tickets to get my hands on the Expo container, which is about, 90 more victories? That's not a lot for an event that still has 5 days and 23 hours to go. What is inside of the Expo container are all absolutely fantastic tanks that I am really too excited to get my hands on for the free-to-play account. So that's the main reason why I've been spamming Uprising games, is to get credits to equip the premiums I've been getting for free, but also to just grind the event without actually having to care about stats. Now, because I've played so many games in Uprising, it would be assumed that some of these games have had pretty crazy results. And the replay I'll be showing you today is quite possibly one of the craziest and best Uprising battles I have ever played. This is in the Tier 7 German premium light tank, the Kunze panzer, a vehicle that a lot of people consider a discount Dracula. I actually think it's a better Dracula due to the fact that it's got a really nice armor profile for a light tank. It's actually got decent upper plate armor, and as well, it's got a really solid gun, most specifically on the high explosive penetration and damage. It's kind of like a mini RU-251. So, let's see what we can do in this battle. Up against us, we got a T-71 who I damage mark, deal a 400 damage shot, and then he dies. And yes, you heard that right. This vehicle has Hunter's Mark, which is an absolutely monstrous ability. Essentially, when you mark it on somebody, you deal 50% extra damage. The only downside is that you're spotted for the duration of the ability. Honestly, that's not much of a downside for the fact that you can absolutely roll your opponents. So already we're sitting upwards of 800 damage, but this is just First Life. The general advice I can give for anybody playing on First Life is try to get around 300 points. At least at 300 points when you die, you get that additional 100 point bonus, and then you're obviously going to be able to get whatever the top ability is once you're dead. You usually want to have a good ability on your second life, because if you don't, it's really going to hurt you, because then you're just going to be stuck on third life trying to hope that you get a good ability, which sometimes you just might not. So this game, we're doing pretty good already. We've been able to farm 1600 damage, which isn't too bad at all. We can see the CS lease is still sitting in the back. I'm going to load in a heat shell, and there you go. Finished off the LIS. Just like that, our team is already up 2 lives, and we've killed 3 of their tanks. Alright, that's not too bad. I can see the T-71 is in the back. I can't shoot the T-71. Ooh, yeah, there you go. T-71 is dead. Okay, not too bad. We got the SU-101, but I'm not going to worry all too much about that, because I've got the rear of the Action 10. And as I said, this vehicle features absolutely fantastic high explosive. That is 2 HE shells into the rear of the Action 10. The second one rolling 510. That is absolutely crazy damage. You can see the damage per minute on the Kunze panzer is also very effective. Unfortunately, it does not appear that my high explosive shells were able to cut through the side of the Carnarvon here, so I figured I'd just fire AP. And look at that, we get a fire, light him up, and he's dead. We are already up to 3,500 damage, and now we're going to start dealing it with the Annihilator. Okay, well, we got the Skoda in the back, but Skoda's dead. Annihilator pokes, which means we can get another slap right into his tank, but okay, we are still alive. We got the T-71, who we bounced on the move. Well, I'm surprised the shell hit. I'm a little bit disappointed that it bounced. We know the SU's still sitting there, so I'm going to put on damage mark. I'm going to slap that SU. Nice 278 damage roll. The SU is now kind of screwed. Had to spin around. Now we got the Action 10 off to the side again. I'm already up to 4,400 damage. And I should point out to you that this is First Life in a Tier 7 light tank. That is absolutely crazy. So, Action 10 pokes again. We get another nice shell out. 4,500 damage now. Alright. Let's see what we can do. We got the Skoda off to the side. I only have 340 health, and one of the only downsides of damage mark is that you don't get the ability to respawn. So what you get is what you get. The Skoda is now pulling off to our side, and I've got my damage mark back, and I've been waiting to use it, but oh baby, there you go, put on our damage mark, nice 384 roll, and there you go, we died. So in our first life, we have 900 points, which means that we're going to check on Chain Lightning 2, Rapid Fire 2, and Fortune 1. Absolutely amazing abilities to get on first life. I personally believe that Chain Lightning 2 is the best ability in the game. Don't get me wrong, Inferno is amazing, and if you're in a mouse, yeah, Inferno can be absolutely monstrous, but at the same time, Chain Lightning 2 allows you to absolutely badonk your opponents, and if you have around a 4 to 5 second reload, your reload perfectly syncs up with the Chain Lightning's damage. It also deals more damage to opponents around. So, we got the Jagdpanther, who, a single shell, we just dealt 775 damage. What the absolute heck? And the crazy part is we are only on second life. Imagine the damage capabilities we're going to have on third life. So we are already up to 6,000 damage at this point, which is a lot, but nothing crazy. We got the T-71, who unfortunately our shell did miss. We got the Skoda T-45 off to the side. And I've almost got my damage mark back, but that's fine. We'll still shoot the Skoda, get a nice 246 roll. Okay, well, up against us, we see that one opponent is already cleared, which is the Jagdpanther, which is good. But our team is down 3 tanks. And you'll also notice that both teams are pretty close on lives. 7 to 9, with only 4 minutes left. We got the Annihilator, we got a lot. But the Skoda gets spotted, and wow, another 770 roll. It is absolutely insane to think that just with a damage mark and Chain Lightning 2, this vehicle can roll over 700 damage on average. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous. So, we got the SU-101 in the back. Nice roll with our heat shell of 290. We're up to 7,300 damage at this point. But we're not done. The enemy still has 9 lives left, and our team only has 4 tanks still. Oh boy. Alright, well the Annihilator is quite low, which is good. I want to try and clear that Annihilator, but I also don't want to get cleared myself by the camping tanks on their team. We get a nice shot into the Action 10, and I see that there's a T-71 in the back. So, we damage mark the T-71, fired HE, and roll 723. We take a blind shot. Unfortunately, it does not look like it finishes off the T-71 because the player has last grasp. So, the T-71 is now sitting on last life with 1 health. We got the Action 10, who I was able to finish off right before it was able to kill Batchat. That's perfect. Batchat's still alive. We're currently 5 to 7 lives. It's only 3 tanks left. Batchat begins as one of them. I'm the other, and we got an Annihilator. And oh boy, they have a full health Annihilator with double shot and Inferno. That is scary. Double shot is actually a blessing, because it means that the Annihilator is going to be less accurate. But Inferno, and the fact that I can't rewind, that is a massive problem. But the Annihilator misses. We are able to get a second shell in, and even though we only have 72 health, we are up to 9,293 damage. So, now we're going to put on all of our abilities. We got Inferno, Wolf Strike 2, and Phantom. You don't know how bad I wanted Jagged Shells 2. Unfortunately, we got Wolf Strike, which isn't going to help me all too much because I can't rewind or anything like that. I see the T-71 that we caused to be a one-shot, but I can't really do anything about it just because the player's not really a big threat right now. 1 health is not the problem. It is the tanks that are still healthy, and there are 6 of them to be exact. So we got the Skoda, and 955. Yes, you heard that right. A light tank just rolled 955, killing the basically full health Skoda. So, the result has now turned to a 2 versus 6 to a 2 versus 5. Batchat and I are both full health and both on our last lives. Batchat spots the Annihilator. I shoot at him. Unfortunately, my shell hits that little red bar instead of the roof of his tank. So what I tell Batchat is I've got my Hunter's Mark. So I'm going to pin this guy with my damage really quickly. Just poke. There we go. Hit him with it. And now Batchat's going to get behind the Annihilator. And just like that, teamwork is the dream work. We're able to finish off the Annihilator. But uh-oh. That is a CS-52 Lease, who, yes, we were able to absolutely roll. But oh no. The LIS was able to rewind the damage. And even worse than that, our shell missed. The good news is that we got Rapid Fire 2, which means that our DPM is really, really good. A lot more than the CS that appears to have no abilities. The CS also decided to ram me, which was not the smartest decision, down to the fact that I do have ramming. So, actually, it seems like Wolf Strike did come in handy. We are up to 11,900 damage at this point. We've got the SU in the back, who, yes, look at that. We were able to finish off with a high explosive shell. Very, very nice. I very, very much like myself Inferno. And just like that, it is a 2-1. We have turned an absolutely crazy-looking defeat into our hands. I'm already up to 12,000 damage in a Tier 7 light tank, but we're not done yet. That SU-101 has respawned, and uh-oh, I am spotted. But the SU is full speeding. The SU turns towards Batchat. I damage mark him, and roll him for 910, dealing over 13,000 damage in this absolutely monstrous victory. That is what I like to call a crazy Mad Games battle. In a Tier 7 vehicle, I was able to deal 13,000, assist just about 2,000, and as well make a boatload of 200,000 credits for a Tier 7 that is almost unheard of. I was able to perform 3 times higher than the next highest on the team. Just what an absolutely outstanding vehicle. I absolutely love the Kunze panzer. It is one of my favorite tanks that I have on my free-to-play, and you can very easily see why. It's amazing in game modes. It's amazing in pubs. It's just a great tank, especially for grinding credits. Hopefully, you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.